Hello, everybody. This is Card Guy Chris Ellis,
With Collectible Chris.
and here to talk to you about.
Our predictions for the upcoming weeks, as well as the results and our players of the week for both college and NFL, as well as talking about the World Series as well. Our records were really good this past week. Dad was 11-5. I got him bested this week at 12-4. Dad, as of right now, is 9 games ahead of me, 73-50. I'm at 64-59 now, so I'm above 500 again. Woo! Finally.
Hey.
So Thursday night football, Rams beat the Vikings 30-20. Sunday, Packers beat the Jags 30-27. Cardinals beat the Dolphins 28-27. The Patriots beat the Jets 25-22. The Browns beat the Ravens 29-24. Eagles beat the Bengals 37-17. Texans beat the Colts 23-20. Lions beat the Titans 52-14. Falcons beat the Bucks 31-26. Chargers beat the Saints 26-8. Bills beat the Seahawks 31-10. The Commanders beat the Bears with a fabulous Hail Mary catch 18-15. Chiefs beat the Raiders 27-20. Broncos beat the Panthers 28-14. The Niners barely escaped, beating the Cowboys 30-24 on Sunday Night Football, and the Steelers beat the Giants on Monday Night Football 26-18. Our players of the week, since it was National Tight End Day Sunday, I have to give it to a tight end. I'm going with my boy George Kittle, 6 receptions for 128 yards and 1 TD.
Yeah, I went with Khalif Raymond from the Lions. He was a special team wide receiver. He had 2 receptions for 14 yards and a touchdown. And then he had 5 returns for 190 and a touchdown.
For rookies of the week, I'm going with Bo Nix with Denver. A great game, showing out 28 for 37 for 284 yards, passing 3 TDs, no interceptions, and 1 rushing touchdown.
And I picked Marvin Harrison Jr. from Arizona. He had 6 catches for 111 yards and 1 touchdown.
For defensive player of the week, we both went with TJ Watt. 7 tackles, 5 of them solo, 2 of them assisted, with 2 sacks. Mm-hmm. So TJ Watt being TJ Watt. So yeah. For college, we both were 14-1, and so that's at 113-22 for the year, and I'm at 105-30. Pittsburgh beat Syracuse 41-13. Boise State beat UNLV 29-24. Notre Dame whipped Navy 51-14. Ole Miss beat Oklahoma 26-14. Indiana beat Washington 31-17. Ohio State beat Nebraska 21-17. Oregon beat Illinois 38-9. BYU beat UCF 37-24. Alabama beat Missouri 34-0. Texas beat Vanderbilt 27-24. Hurricanes beat Florida State 36-14. A&M beat LSU 38-23. Penn State beat Wisconsin 28-13. Kansas State beat Kansas 29-27. And SMU barely got past Duke 28-27. So a lot of great games. And Dad might have got me on Notre Dame, but I got him on the Bama. So
yeah,
both of our picks on that were just bad. But it's okay. This week with Week 9 NFL football. Thursday night football, Texans versus Jets. I'm going with the Texans. I'm sorry, Rodgers. I don't know what you're doing in New York.
Yeah, I'm going with Texans too.
Beginning of Sunday, we got Saints versus Panthers. I'm sorry, I'm going with the Panthers. Saints are just not being the Saints like they were the first 3 weeks of the season.
I'm still going to stick with the Saints on that one.
Next game, Commanders versus Giants. I think Jalen Daniels showed why he should have been the true number 1 pick of the draft last week, so I'm still sticking with the Commanders.
Yeah, I'm sticking with the Commanders too. I think they'll beat the Giants.
A divisional rivalry game, Dolphins versus Bills. It's in Buffalo. I'm going with the Bills. It's just that Josh Allen is on a whole new level. Tua did great last week, but I still got questions.
Yeah, I'm going with the Dolphins. I think having Tua back is really well. I mean, even though they lost, I think having Tua back helps.
It does. Chargers versus Browns. Winston impressed me coming in last week, so I'm going to stick with it. I think Winston and that defense is back where they need to be. I'm going with Browns.
I'm going with the Chargers.
Nothing wrong with that. It's hard to go against Harbaugh. Patriots versus Titans. I'm going with the Patriots. I just think Titans are one of the low-end teams this season.
Yeah, I'm going with Pats on that one. Hopefully Drake May can play.
Agreed.
If not, I mean,
Brissett's been.
Brissett did really well
Oh yeah,
coming in for him. So
100%. Cowboys versus Falcons. No disrespect to the Cowboys, they played their best game against the Niners for the first time in years. But with Kirk Cousins, when he's on and when Bijan's on, they're just unbelievable.
yeah, I'm going with the Falcons in this game too. I just think the Cowboys are just playing underwhelmingly below their levels. So,
100% agree on that. Raiders versus Bengals. This is a toss-up game, but I think Burrow needs to step up after that loss last week.
yeah, I think Bengals have this one.
Broncos versus Ravens. Everyone's got to say Ravens on this one, in my opinion, but don't knock down on the Broncos. I think the Broncos can actually inch out since they got one of the best kickers right now. But you cannot escape the fact that the Ravens have the best rushing team. I'm going with Ravens.
Yeah, I'm going with Ravens too. I mean, I think the Broncos defense can play against them.
Yes,
I just think the Ravens might have a little bit more offensive firepower than the Broncos. I think that's where.
That's where it's going to be. I agree. Now, Bears versus Cardinals. I just think Kyler Murray's has been well endowed this season. I think he's playing at an elite level this season, and with Marvin Harrison as his rookie wide, and he's coming out. So I'm going with Cards.
Yeah, I'm going with the Cardinals too. I think McBride had a good
Oh
game.
yes! Oh my God!
Yeah,
McBride had a killer game.
Yeah, like what 10 catches last week.
10 catches for 128 yards and a TD.
Yeah.
Oh no, actually no TDs. No TDs, but 128 yards.
Yeah. So yeah, he had a great game last week.
Jaguars versus Eagles. Jags can win, but it depends on the confidence of that team. But I have to give it out to the people that have been producing. So I'm going with the Eagles.
Yeah, I think the Eagles got this one. I mean, the Jaguars has just been a hard luck team this year. So I think they'll be better next year, but I just think this year is pretty much been a loss.
Agreed. Rams versus Seahawks. This is a divisional match. Anything can happen. It's just that it just depends on which version of Geno versus which version of Matthew we're going to get. I'm going with Geno with the Seahawks. It's just tough to win in Seattle.
It is, and I mean it depends too. But I think the Rams, they looked good with all their weapons healthy for the first time in a while. So I'm just see what the Rams have for the next week.
No, agreed. Lions versus Packers, another divisional game. Lions are just well, and it doesn't matter if they lost Aiden Hutchinson. That defense is just tremendous. And Brian Branch just being a great second-year player right now. But Lambeau is Lambeau, and love is love. Even if he's hurt, they got Malik Willis. I'm going with Packers.
I think Packers are gonna. I think Green Bay's gonna do well. Home crowd, they're gonna be pumped. So. Yeah, I'm going to go with the Packers on this one.
Sunday Night Football, Colts versus Vikings. Sam Darnold and the Vikings on a losing streak right now. They can snap it, but it's just the fact that Joe Flacco is now named a starter. I believe in Flacco. He's always been a tremendous quarterback. I'm going with my Colts.
Yeah, Colts. I think the Vikings are coming a little bit back down to earth a little bit. But, yeah, I think the Colts will have this one.
All right, and Monday Night Football, we got the Tampa Bay Bucks versus the Kansas City Chiefs. I think this is the toughest defense that the Chiefs will go up against this whole season. The Bucks defense are really good at not getting penalties. It's just the fact that this is an Arrowhead in 1 and 2. It's just, no offense to all the Chiefs fans. I'm sorry. The Revs are on a whole nother level when it comes to being an Arrowhead. I have to give it to the Chiefs, but I think it will be because of offense, and I have to give it to Travis Kelce on this one, so Chiefs.
I think I would love to see the Bucks win. I think the Bucks can win this game, but it's being an Arrowhead on a Monday night.
Yeah.
Chiefs are definitely gonna play well.
All right. Week 10 college. Me and Dad only have two disagreements this week. But San Diego State versus number 15 Boise State with Heisman Trophy candidate Jeanty. Boise. Duke versus Miami Hurricanes. I'm going with explosive offense here, Hurricanes.
Yeah, Miami's got that one.
Top 5 showdown. Number 4, Ohio State Buckeyes versus number 3, Penn State.
Going Penn State.
I'm going with Penn State, too. I think Penn State finally deserves a win. They lost last year. I think this is the year they win it. over Ohio State, not the whole thing. Air Force versus number 21 Army. I'm going with the explosive quarterback with the explosive arm for the first time that Army has had in a while. I'm going with Army.
I'm going with Army too. I think Army's got a good thing going.
And I'm going with Army with the Army's air raid versus Air Force air raid. So, yeah. Number 19, Ole Miss versus Arkansas.
I am going Ole Miss.
I'm going with the upset here. I'm going with Arkansas. Minnesota versus number 24, Illinois. I'm going with Illinois on this one.
The Fighting Illini I'm going with.
They got to get that bounce back loss after last week. Number 1, Oregon versus Michigan. I'm going with Oregon.
Yeah, I'm going Oregon here too.
Just Michigan has just let down after losing Harbaugh before this season. Texas Tech versus number 11, Iowa State. I'm going with Iowa State.
I'm going with the Cyclones. Yeah, I'm going with Iowa State too.
Florida versus number 2, Georgia. I'm going with Bulldogs. Sorry, Florida.
Yeah, I'm going Georgia too.
Kansas State, number 17 versus Houston. Kansas State has been explosive. I like that quarterback. I'm going with Kansas State.
I like Wildcats, I think, over the Cougars this year.
Number 13, Indiana versus Michigan State. I got to give it to the Hoosiers. They're impressive.
Yeah, Indiana. I mean, that's an unbelievable season that they're having.
100%. Louisville versus number 11, Clemson. Shout out to the rookie running back for the Niners from Louisville. Tremendous game, by the way.
I'm going Clemson on this one.
Clemson on this one as well. Number 10, Texas A&M versus South Carolina. I'm going with I hate to say this, the Aggies have been freaking impressive this season. I'm going A&M.
A&M over the good old
Gamecocks.
Yes.
Kentucky versus number 7, Tennessee. Potential upset, but I'm sorry. I'm giving Tennessee within the spread. I'm doing Tennessee by 10.
Tennessee.
Top 20 matchup. Number 18, Pittsburgh versus number 20, SMU.
It's a hard game for me to pick, but I'm going to pick Pittsburgh.
And this is our second disagreement. I'm going with SMU. Pittsburgh can win. It's just that I think SMU has been having a tremendous season. They want to bounce back. So, SMU for sure on my end. All right. So far at the World Series, right now Dodgers are up 3-1, Game 5 tonight. Volpe hit a well-deserved home run for the Yankees last night. But the biggest threat for the Yankees this whole postseason, it hasn't been Shohei Ohtani. Ohtani really hasn't been impressive at all during the World Series. It's been Freeman. I mean, Freeman has hit a home run every single game, and 2 of them in the first inning of all places. So, Yankees. Coach, Manager Boone, for the love of God, don't put in Cortez. For the love of God, do not put in Cortez. I literally said when you put in Cortez, watch Freeman hit a home run off the first pitch. And what did he freaking do in the first game? He hit a freaking grand slam to end the game in extras. Extras. Cortez, you were a great pitcher with Seattle. I'm sorry. You're my least favorite pitcher as a game. I'm sorry. Austin Wells, tremendous rookie performance in the postseason and the World Series. Great for you. Volpe, great home run last night. Verdugo, you've been impressive. Aaron Judge, I would like my card to go up in value. Please. Do more than 1 hit, 1 RBI in the World Series. That's all I'm asking. Stanton, you've been phenomenal this whole postseason. Thank you. But if the Dodgers win Game 5, I will hear it from my mother for the next 3 months. Please, for the love of God. Y'all win Game 6, Dad wins. I'm okay with that. But if y'all could get to at least Game 7 and say y'all had at least a comeback, please, for the love of God. Like Stephen A. said, y'all have a pulse. But y'all need to produce more. Y'all produced a lot last night. Thank you. But for the love of God, produce again. I don't want to hear my mom for the next 3 months. Ha! I was right. Game 5. Ha! Please, for the love of God, win tonight. Okay.
You got anything other than that?
Sorry, I vented. I'm good. I thought because the rewards are coming up sooner than later now, aren't they?
They'll be coming in a couple weeks.
A couple weeks. So of course, after the World Series, we will discuss our top 3 picks for the awards for MVP, rookie standouts and all that, as well as managers. A lot of people deserving of multiple awards for sure. I think we all know who the MVPs are going to be for NL and AL, especially since they're going against each other in the World Series right now. But tomorrow is Halloween. I hope everyone has a safe holiday. Just please be careful, and kids have fun. Teenagers, don't prank too much, and adults, please just be wary and protect your children at all times. But please, just be safe.
All right. Well, I got nothing else in that. So this is Card Guy Chris Ellis,
With Collectible Chris,
and we'll be talking to you next week.
happy Halloween.
Bye.